hope you're all doing well. Marcos and I are here tonight. It's good to be with you again. It's just great. It's great on our Zoom school program and also on the Facebook about that. You know, we have such a great school. And we need everybody to be enrollment ministers, people that promote our Catholic school. It's got such a great history, beginning with those founding families, and then Dennis, Father Jimmy, Father Frank. We have just such a great history of a Catholic school. So we're going to have a 7 o'clock rally. For those of you who would want to watch it, again, our school families will be able to watch it on Zoom at 7:30. So we got lots to be thankful for. Had a good day today. It was just good to be with everybody. We had a funeral today. We have a funeral tomorrow. Jennifer and I do a lot of the ministry to those who have passed away, and our masses. We had our Divine Mercy Hour. And here we are together for just with you as your pastor. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, the excitement begins. First of all, have you chosen? Not going to show you the dice yet, huh? Have you chosen yet? Marcos today is double dipping. He's going to help us today, but also he's watching the great group of Knights of Columbus. We're back in the church for masses on Thursday for our school mass, and it's growing more and more. And one of the things we noticed, we've been doing music a cappella with time to praise God and be together. So here we are, 3 and 2 again. This time we'll have music. We're having the kids in the church, but we're very careful let's get excited about it. Okay, double sixes. My goodness. Dun, 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 dun. God love us. So what other news do we have about life? Well, we're going to have this gift shop, God willing, to the Creek number of estates with some very expensive, very valuable objects. And so the news there. And also we're going to have another gift shop and place for kids to practice their entrepreneurial 6 and 5. 6 and 5. Prayer intentions. So many Catholic churches were blessed by that, what we call the PPP. And we got a dose of that PPP. If you have any congressmen or congresswomen, representative the parish itself. So again, let's pray, because we'll be in very good shape, because our parishioners are very generous. Our big subsidized our daycare and some of our ministry, but because of the lack of I guess bingo clientele we have at the community center, and not having this bingo money, it's been hard. But I'll tell you, it's going to happen. I think these politicians, at the end of the day, they'll do what's right. They take a little time. They play politics, but that's what we pay them for. That's just the way it is. We got to accept life on life's terms. So let's pray. Let's get a fantastic rental, and we are renting out our facility, I think, for 3 weeks to the city for voting. But it's a good PR for St. Paul's. They'll be able to see our gift shop. To talk about again, about the Eucharistic miracles. They're going to see our Blessed Sacrament Chapel. They're going to see that benefit is, will people get to know St. Paul's Community Center better? Let's see. That's number 6 and number. Take my break. So that's good news. And you know that who began this great exhibit of over 138 Eucharistic miracles. He will be beatific in our Spanish community, and now we have it all on display. So again, let's make that exciting. And those of you who come to 5, and finally number 1. All right. Okay. Double, starting with our House of Mercy gift shop, we need someone who's a genius on OfferUp. And what's great about this OfferUp app is you take a picture of the product and it says, oh, I want to buy that chair. They come to St. Paul's to buy the chair. They meet one of our pastoral associates or Mary Davila, or they have a larger product distribution, and also evangelization, because people love to shop. Okay, 4 and 3. There we are, 4 and 3. Children's records. If somebody was excited about selling records, I would be thrilled, and I need help. So 3. Oh my goodness, we're getting close. 3. And 2. Huge collection of amber glass. I guess it's very popular. Someone must have collected it for years. Now also, I need some leader family theater. Again, socially distanced, obeying all the rules and all that. So someone just call me up or talk to Mary Davila or Virginia or Jennifer or Michelle and said, we're going to help you run that wonderful movie theater. Make it. Do we feel lucky today? Rain. Number 6. God love us. 6-1. Victory. Victory. Let's put. When Marcos gets back, if you will, he'll be able to, in a little while, to help us out maybe. But again, isn't it great? He's a Knight of Columbus. Those Knights of the Altar Society, the Knights of Columbus, the Women's Auxiliary, the Sewing Circle. We are so lucky. I know that this coronavirus has been tragic, but in some way, let's see here now. Choose your dinosaur. About some health issues. Again, we respect our privacy, but remember, you can attend the prayer group. You can attend the Bible study, or Virginia and Jennifer's little program. Good scientists. We always be sure that if you do have an underlying condition, you're going to stay home and just stick with us in prayer. All right? All righty, kiddos. 4 and 3. God love us. The race is on. I don't know how well they did, but who cares? The fact is they're getting out there. They're getting out there. We have to learn how to connecting again. But again, it's a balance, and everyone's got to determine their own safety issues. Again, if you're old, but again, be very careful. But again, don't let your fears get in the way of each other's nerves. So, but again, only do what science allows. All right, kiddos. Double 4s. Dun, 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 dun. Deacon Augie's doing great. And the Divine Mercy people at 10 o'clock, unbelievable. Father Creek. Let's keep going. Oops! Don't get old. Let's see. There we are. Invalid roll. Invalid roll. Okay. 5 and 3. Dun 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 dun. Double 6s. Many of you know that Father Peter McKenna is now living with me. He and his sister had been renting one of our houses, so he's in paradise. And he's I think he's 92. He's a delight to live with. It's just great to have a fellow priest. 5 and 4. Or would like to send their child to a Catholic school. And remember, we can help out financially right away or in the second semester. Call us. And again, we'll all be together at 7 o'clock at the great rally, 333. There, Miss Rosie, we may have some cheerleaders. I don't know. It's going to be exciting. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 4 and 2. It is nice that it's cooling off, isn't it? It makes it nicer. And number 4 wins. My good. Let's see if there's any comments here. Let's see. Hello, everybody. I got a double dip today. Oh, my goodness. Kathleen. Hi, so blessed. Oh, great. Thank you. Ophelia, watching. Ophelia, number 2. God. Day. We're all making it through the day. Kathleen, it's exhibits. And one of the exhibits I would like to work on is museum. It's quite interesting, as we get donations, we get a lot of antiques that are in which we would honor Lucia and Francisco, from the Fatima. This Carlo Acutis. A number of other young people in the last 10 years, and they're trying to move his cause. But he was the kid on EWTN, aggressive kid. He was disabled, and his mother has the same disease. Somebody remind us of who his name is, really. And then in between, we had toys that are antique toys, antiques that are related to museum section, and that would go near Mary Davila's office, down the stairs to a room where nothing happens, right next to the daycare. I think that would be neat. So that's one of our little exhibits I'd love to do. And then that would lead to the Ursuline room, and then that would lead us to the Family Museum. 5 and 4. All righty. Double 5s, my goodness. Six and 3. There we are. Mass is working out. We had the 10:30 mass and then the 12:30, but it just made it a better Spanish, and then the 12 o'clock in English with our Congolese choir. So then have the 5:30 mass. What a joy it is for me when I'm walking down the aisle and I see somebody, there, safely protected, and it's joy. 2 and 3. Again, we need more people to run our camera. It would be great because we have that extra camera now at the. Don't get old, kids. God love you. Six and 1. Okay. 1 and 4. 5 and 2. Doing it myself, but I just still think it's better that I tried it, learned how to do it, and have the laity in charge of it. So think about it. I think that was it. Gracie and also Silvio Suna. We need some help on bingo. Double 1. I don't have Marco. See, so again, we need a community of people to be doing this kind of ministry. All right, but I still like being with you. 6 and 2. Oh, 1-1. Was that good? 1-1. All right. Victory. Dun, dun, dun. All right. All All righty. Now, I went to visit one of our parishioners, a couple of weeks ago. And she said, Father, I miss the chisme. Visiting people at home, I was able to visit I think a 90-year-old woman yesterday, and again, she's a positive lady, someone who loves life, ready to meet Jesus whenever it's time, that kind of that. She's going to enjoy the day. Jesus. What an example for me of someone who, like St. Paul says, should I stay here on earth? Here on earth, you can be a service. When you're in heaven, you can enjoy the good life. All right. About her. Vicky Thorne. Again, Rachel's Narcotics Anonymous. Oh, I tell you. Now, this is an interesting one. Father Thomas Biles, the Titanic priest. This one I got to learn about. I'm kind of interested about this. Oh, Polish brothers and sisters, God love them. And St. Josephine Bakina. So I am going to learn a lot today. All right. I'm most excited about Father Thomas. I knew. All righty. We'll just use one dot. Number 5. All right. Let's see what we remember. Saint Maximilian Kolbe. In the country of, you got it, Poland, which was then part of the Russian Empire. In it, Mary offered him a white crown, meaning that he would preserve his purity. My goodness, okay. And he said that at 12. Again, when you think about it, 12 years old, Maximilian Kolbe, 15 years old, our Carlo Acutis. God's grace does act in young people's lives. Oh, Mr. Father Kolbe again, number 2. In 1910, Raymond and his brother given the name Maximilian and professed his first vows in 1911. When he professed his final vows in 19... God love him. Number 6, Josephine. Okay, became known as Bekita, was born in 1869 in Darfur. Her early childhood, she told her family was prosperous and her uncle traders, and would never see her family again. Talk about an injustice, huh? Number 3, Jimmy Kinnan. Let's see where we're at. Was he from England? 1911. When he was 7 years old, he had befriended the town alcoholic. One day he found now institutionalized in a wheelchair, incoherent. Jimmy vowed that he would help such people when he grew up. Okay. All righty. Jimmy Kinnan. Number 5. Oh, Maximilian. Okay. In Rome. And again, St. Andreas de Valle is a beautiful prayer where he would earn a doctorate in theology. In 1915, he and 6 fellows total consecration to Mary. Today, the society, called the Knights of the Immaculata in English, is a worldwide. Number 3, oh my goodness, Jimmy Kinnan here. United States, and settled in the city of, you got it, Kathleen, Philadelphia. Jimmy attended school. He became addicted to alcohol and pills. I lasted there 3 years, he said. Not a moral question. It's an addiction. It's a sickness. Okay, number 6, Josephine, along with other captives, some 600 miles to a slave market in El Obeid. Was bought and sold twice. Okay, total injustice. All right. Okay, Vicki. In early 1970s, when Vicki Thorne met Bill, that she and Bill would one day be honored at the Vatican. Their ministry would begin in 1970s. Number 5, again, Maximilian Kolbe. He's already in heaven, but this is, talk about an entrepreneur for Jesus. And he started so many things there. He started a newspaper. He just did everything. He's unblessed, resulting from the United States bombing in Nagasaki. He also founded a monastery in India. Ignatia. There we are. What was sister's name before she became a nun? Bridget, right? We always want to. She recalled in an interview that even as a child, whenever I would see anyone under the influence of alcoholism, all those generations in which alcoholism had no AA program, God love them. Number 4. Okay, this one now I'm very interested in here. The father of Bids Biles, he would take the name Thomas as an adult, was born to Reverend Alfred Biles, a congregational minister, and his wife, who too often discussed religion, but were not comfortable in the congregational church which their father pastored. Interesting. See how things go. After leaving school, Jimmy married his first wife, Agnes, and had 5 children with would continue until 1950. My goodness, again, it's a disease, not a moral issue. Number 1, sister. Doing. Again, what was her birth name? Bridget. 7 years old, and her family born. Alcoholism was a big problem among the city working class, and priests had begun and encouraged. Although she felt called to religious life, her mother opposed it. Bridget. Number 5, Maximilian Kolbe. Maybe he's going to make it. Maybe he's going to make it. All right. Father Kolbe returned to his homeland of what country again? Poland. Due to the monastery where he lived was shut down by the German authorities. Father Kolbe and 4 others were 670. Interesting. Number 4, mathematics in school. At Oxford, he focused on math, modern history, and theology. While completing studies towards his Bachelor's of Arts degree, he had left the Congregational Church, and William was the first to convert to Roman Catholicism. He even entered the Jesuit order, but left after falling in love. And at his baptism, he took the name Thomas after his patron, Thomas Aquinas. Okay. It's amazing what kind of journey everybody goes through to faith. We have number 1, sister in name. I feel the energy, I feel the enthusiasm, I feel the excitement. Okay. Was given the name Saint Mary, Sister Mary, Ignatia. And being a skilled musician, she was assigned to teaching music. And teaching kids was a challenge. And because of all that teaching and all the physical breakdown, brought her eventually closer to AA and to help brother, shall we say, Dr. Bob and Bill W. All right, number 3. Jimmy, are you going to make it? Let's see. It did not help his drug addiction. After attending the meetings for a year and curbing his addictions, he felt able, not a moral issue. While he met some others at AA who were drug addicted, the program discouraged attendees from discussing addictions and other than alcohol. All right. Thomas exchanged several letters with William in which Thomas expressed his feeling, taught at St. Edmund's in England for several years. In 1899, he went to Rome and studied for the priesthood and was ordained in 1902. Father Thomas Biles was assigned servant of Catholics there and in many neighboring towns in Essex County. All right. Interesting. Number 4. Okay, Father, maybe we're going to make it happen here. That he would travel to Brooklyn in New York to officiate at William's upcoming wedding scheduled, Father Thomas. But at the last minute, the ship on which he was to sail canceled due to cold weather. A brand new ship making its native voyage to New York, the RMS. Number 1, okay, sister. Let me get my walker, get over here. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Following her recovery from teaching, this is why parents, it's hard to teach your kids. That's why stop the homeschooling, stop the computers, send them to St. Paul's. In 1928 by her congregation to work in the admissions office at St. Thomas Hospital in Akron, Ohio. There she worked with Dr. Robert Smith, a recovering alcoholic. Again, at the time she met him, he wasn't in recovery. All right. Number 3. All right. We're going back to Jim, who were drug addicted, began holding their own separate meetings. They called their new group Narcotics Anonymous. Jimmy Kinnon changed step 1 to read powerless over addiction rather than powerless over alcohol. Again, Narcotics Anonymous or to recoveryspeakers.com. Click on Narcotics Anonymous. Hospital's policy not to treat alcoholics. See, alcoholics had to go to an institution. They had to go to maybe a state hospital. And at this time, a spouse or a family member could actually go have a court order through the help of a doctor. Dr. Thomas and Dr. Smith's approval began to secretly admitting to them for both a medical and pastoral standpoint. The usual treatment at the time for alcoholics was commitment to a uncharted territory. Quite amazing. All righty. Eventually make it to our Father's house, all right? Okay. Where's the energy, people? All right, 1939. Dr. Smith's help, Sister Ignatia admitted recovering alcoholic 1935. As she worked with him, Dr. Smith, Sister Ignatia began the first hospital treat strong parallel between the saints' writings and AA. When alcoholics left St. Thomas Hospital, Sister Ignatia would give them a medallion of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, representing their commitment to God. A newcomer chip or a 3-month chip or a year chip. It all began with non-denominational, an interfaith, so that had to stop. But again, it all began with the, maybe Jimmy's going to make it. Let's see. Jimmy Kinnon wrote all, sure that I had a colleague of mine in California. He was a parishioner, and he asked me to talk to him, and he gave me the book, Excitement. And the word, if you break it up, it means in Theos, in God. And I thought that was beautiful. To be enthusiastic, to be full of energy, means to be in God. I thought that was a great, great line that I learned from Narcotics Anonymous, to which they were addicted. Jimmy Kinnon helped expand Narcotics Anonymous through his writings and many personal appearances and speeches. Okay. All right, let's see. Who's going to make it? Number 1. Okay. Sister Kinnon, who started our Narcotics Anonymous. They're both neck and neck for the house of the Father. All right. St. Vincent's Charity Hospital. There she opened a ward for alcoholics. She recognized and pioneered the need for the treatment of alcohol. If I have it correct, this solarium, RHS, so they called it Rosary Hill Solarium, but so RHS for short, which in her mind was talking about that. She does have a video. I mean, it's ancient, but again, very interesting. All right, so Josephine in L.O.B. Fortunate. That's an irony. They did this in the hope of boosting her salability. She, along with the other captives, were forced to convert to Islam. All right. Number 5. Okay, Maximilian. Boy, this is a tough race here. Auxiliary Bishop of Chicago, he and I, with Father George Bobosky, went to visit the prison camp where he died. In July of 1941, because a prisoner had attempted to escape, the camp commander chose 10 prisoners to put to death. Francis Zigogo Ziske, we'll have to be sure, Father, my children. Father Colby stepped forward and offered to take the man's place. He was put to death on August 4th. Let's see where we're at here. And we have Marcos back. We're not worthy. Number 3.
Oh, you're worthy.
We were boring compared to not having you, I'll tell you. All right. So, Jimmy, you're neck in 85, the year after I was ordained a priest. He had been clean and sober for 35 years at the time of his death. Amazing, amazing. Okay. And number 5, Father Colby. My goodness, a race.
You're gonna ask, what? No Diet Coke today?
Oh, Ophelia, are you kidding me? Thank you for asking.
Let's see, Belinda Herrera was going.
Niece's husband, Francisco, hello. God love you.
Let's see, Raymond Estrada Sr. is going for number 6. Thank you anyway. Let's see, Ophelia loves listening and joining in and learning.
Oh my goodness.
But she believes it's time for magnifying glasses.
Oh, for me. And it's time to have Marcos back. All right, number 3. All right, Jimmy, let's see what we got. So he passed away in 1984. Today, through public information and outreach, their logo, designed by Jimmy Kinnon, promotes 5. Again, thank you for joining us for number 1, the Race of the Dinosaurs, and our half-an-hour program of Race to the Father's House. So we will now retire Jimmy Kinnon to the House of Mercy in heaven, and we'll have a new character, okay? I don't know, and I can't wait until...
Our Chiara Lubick?
Oh, Kiara Lubick.
There you go, Kiara Lubick.
The founder of the Focolare movement, great choice. There's a Knights of Columbus that was traditionally for our Anglos, which is no longer divided, but the African Americans started the Knights of St. Peter's. Their great gift as African Americans, always integrated into our Catholic community. So Francisco, thank you. And I had a great time at 7:30. For those of you who want to be in our rally for our school, don't go to our parish Facebook, go to the school Facebook.